I have a salty truth to tell. I have never made a classic zombie apocalypse weapon. And I know it's something that you would have just expected someone like me in my field to have already done long ago. But the unfortunate truth is that I've never made a classic zombie apocalypse weapon. What is a classic zombie apocalypse weapon, you ask? Well, it's things like spiked baseball bats, scrap swords, sawtooth battle axes, makeshift war hammers, stuff like that. Stuff that you would see in a zombie apocalypse and you wouldn't think twice about it. Very makeshift type weapons. And so today we are going to be making a saw blade battle axe and a spiked baseball bat. Here's everything you need to make these zombie killing machines: a saw blade, paracord, an old axe handle, fairly long nails, a wooden baseball bat, electric tape, and or hockey tape. Let's begin with the spiked baseball bat. To be honest, I don't know anything about baseball. I found this baseball bat in a creek as I was walking by. It doesn't seem to be a normal baseball bat. It's very small, so I'm thinking it's like a hand and a half type of baseball bat, because this is very light and I feel like you don't really need two hands. With that said, I began by sanding off all the logos and then staining this thing. But it turned out to be basically the same without the logos. So if you don't mind the logos, just skip this step. Next, drill out the holes through your baseball bat with a bit that's a size smaller than your nails, and then hammer through your nails. Finally, wrap the handle. I did one wrap with electrical tape and then another with hockey tape over it. And with that, you're done with your spiked baseball bat. Starting on the saw blade battle axe, use a handsaw or jigsaw to cut down the middle of the axe. I'd say that fits pretty nice. Mix up some epoxy and glue the blade onto the handle. Drill 2 holes for the rivets and 3 holes for the paracord. Tie it all together and we're done with both of our classic zombie apocalypse weapons. Now please, dear audience, I'd like you to imagine this as a baby zombie skull. Did I miss? Oh, there's a worm! I think a worm came out of that. I also think I missed. Alright, round two. I got scared that this wasn't a real pumpkin. Stem. Got a nice little thing right Oh, yo. I scalped it. I freaking scalped it. Look at that. Slice. I really did not expect this thing to be so sharp. That's wild. Goes through it like butter. And then this thing, even two-handed, is having trouble. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just not as good. Okay, so I'm surprised. I really thought that the spiked baseball bat was going to do a lot more damage than the saw blade battle axe was. But it was the exact opposite. The spiked baseball bat actually was a little bit problematic. It wasn't really getting all the way into the pumpkin, not getting any really deep punctures. And it was more so just like knocking off like the surface and not really getting deep. And also I could see it getting stuck in the flesh of a zombie, or at least a spike. And I mean, it was not a terrible weapon at all. This thing performed great and I really loved it, and you could really put your trust in it during a zombie apocalypse. But with that said, the saw blade battle axe, in my opinion, was like 10 times better. I originally thought that this thing might have trouble cutting or would get stuck, but some of its cuts were so clean that I didn't even notice it cuts through. This was unexpectedly amazing. The only thing bad I could say about it was that when I hit the wood, the saw blade got a little loose, and as you could see, it's a little further back than it was originally. But that could just be fixed with more rivets and more epoxy, so that's not really an issue. All in all, this was one of the funnest videos I've ever made. Both of these weapons were so quick to make and super easy. They performed well, and with a few adjustments, they could be used in the coming apocalypse. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. I think I might make a part 2 where I redesign the saw blade battle axe. And, you know, I might actually even do some other stuff too. So let me know if there's anything interesting you would like me to build on top of doing a part 2 to the saw blade battle axe. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you make at least one of these, and I'll see you later. Farewell, friend.